UIM F1H2O World Powerboat Championship kicked into high gear as the tour headed to the United Arab Emirates for the final 2 rounds of the 2017 season, with Abu Dhabi hosting the 5th and penultimate Grand Prix of the year. Capital of the UAE, Abu Dhabi is a thriving, cosmopolitan, oil-rich international jet-set destination, a name synonymous with luxury, style, elegance, and avant-garde technology. This world-renowned financial, cultural, and tourism destination boasts some of the most impressive infrastructure and architecture anywhere on Earth. The iconic Abu Dhabi skyline is a breathtaking sight to behold and forms a wonderful scenic backdrop to the golden, sun-kissed sandy beaches along its shores. Abu Dhabi is also on the international art map, with its many museums, foremost of which is the magnificent Louvre, Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is an emirate rooted in a long and illustrious Arabian and Islamic history, where the locals take deep pride in their culture and traditions, while keeping their gaze ever onward and upward into the future as the city continues to grow and progress at breakneck pace. It's no wonder that a city known for technology would host the UIM F1H2O Grand Prix for the past 3 decades. Locals flocked to the event venue, where they got to get a closer look at these incredible machines, mingle in the VIP area, and even get to take a ride in the H2O 2-seater for a first-hand experience of the hair-raising thrill of F1H2O racing. Abu Dhabi welcomed the UIM F1H2O Tour back with a lavish gala dinner where teams, drivers, crew, and their families got to unwind, relax, and taste the splendors of local and Middle Eastern cuisine. But first, let's take a quick look back at what happened at the last round in China. In round 4 in the Grand Prix of Liuzhou, drivers had to contend with grueling tropical heat that made the 48-lap race a true test of stamina, concentration, and skill. Alex Carella took the BRM qualifying pole position and held off all challengers at the start of the race, given close pursuit by Eric Stark in 2nd position and Ahmed Al-Hamali in 3rd. Carella opened a good lead, but his work was undone on lap 14 when a drifting buoy caused a yellow flag. Carella held off the Stark challenge at the restart, but Al-Hamali was quickly passed by Philippe Chiappe, who replaced the victory driver in 3rd spot. Al-Hamali's victory teammate Sean Torrente also had an excellent yellow flag restart, passing Jonas Anderson to eventually move up to 5th. Carella closed the tough race out with a start-to-finish win, Stark runner-up, Chiappe 3rd, and victory drivers Al-Hamali and Torrente completing the top 5. That win took Carella 16 points clear atop the world standings going into round 5 in Abu Dhabi, with Eric Stark in 2nd place behind the Italian, 3 points up on Chiappe in 3rd, with Al-Hamali on 30 points in 4th, and Celio slipping down to 5th. The 25th UIM F1H2O Grand Prix to be raced in Abu Dhabi, a city considered one of the world's top marine motorsport destinations, and there were 9 teams and 21 drivers ready to compete at the Grand Prix of Abu Dhabi. The local team is the team to beat. Not only is Team Abu Dhabi the World Team Standings leaders, their top driver Alex Carella led the World Championship going into round 5, which would be his 50th Grand Prix start. The 3-time consecutive world champion from Italy wants to win his 4th title in 2017, and he has an excellent record in home waters, having won 3 Grand Prix here. With 16 points up on his nearest rival, a 4th Grand Prix win in Abu Dhabi would also mean a 4th world title for the Italian in 2017. Carella's teammate Thani Al-Kamzi is a local hero, a multiple Grand Prix winner and former world number 2 who's always a contender in home waters. They also have a third driver, the talented up-and-coming youngster Rashid Al Khamzi. Led by 10-time world champion Guido Capellini, Team Abu Dhabi is one of the most formidable outfits in F1H2O. The surprise challenge this year has come from young former F2 legend Eric Stark of Team Sweden. After his pole and race win in Harbin and his runner-up finish in Liuzhou, the Swede has found himself second only to Carella in the world standings going into Abu Dhabi, and a first world title is not out of the question in 2017.
It will be difficult to win the race and stay in front of Alex. I'm trying to don't think so much about it, but like actually when it's coming closer and closer, I'm getting nervous. Like can't sleep on the nights, and it's not so easy like this. This is Formula One, and you have the chance to win it. You know, it's nothing you can imagine.
Stark's teammate, 5-time Grand Prix winner and last year's world number 4, Jonas Andersson, is also always a contender. Team Sweden have a third driver who makes his F1H2O debut in Abu Dhabi, the F2 European champion Eric Eden, who used to compete with Eric Stark on the F2 circuit. And then there's Philipp Schiap, the 3-time consecutive and defending world champion from CTIC F1 Shenzhen China team, who's looking to become just the second driver in F1 history to win 4 world championships in a row. He suffered various technical problems this year, but with just 19 points between him and Carella and 2 Grand Prix to go, anything is possible.
Not special pressure, it's like a normal race because we have no choice. We do win, and we hope for a little problem for my Abu Dhabi team friend, but okay, for us it's simple, we do win.
Schiap races alongside another Frenchman, Peter Morin. Croc Baba Racing Team has seen a lot of ups and downs this year. Their star driver, 2-time world champion Sami Seljo of Finland, is a 5-time pole winner and 3-time Grand Prix champion in Abu Dhabi, but crashes and DNFs have wreaked havoc on his campaign in 2017, the Finn trailing in 5th place in the standings. He races alongside his talented fellow Finn, Philip Roms. Another local Emirati team is Victory Team of Dubai, perennial rivals of Abu Dhabi. They have 2 top-class drivers. Sean Torrente has been a year-end podium placer for 3 years running, while Ahmed Al-Hamali is back to his winning ways after his Grand Prix win in Liuzhou last year and the 3rd-place finish in Harbin this year. Also in the mix is another UAE-based outfit, Emirates Racing Team, with former Grand Prix winner Murat Stromoy and Mike Shimura, and the addition of a 3rd driver, Matthew Palfreyman of the UK, the 2011 World F4S champion, who will be driving a Jonathan Jones-built Dragon Hull in Abu Dhabi. The Grand Prix of Abu Dhabi circuit is a technical, flat, inshore course, nearly 2 kilometers long, with 4 left-handers and 1 right-hander.
I mean, it's going to be a fast race course, but somewhere, like that corner, the sun came direct on the screen. So for me, it's a little bit complicated about the sun.
The course, I think it's not tricky except the one corner close to Hilton, yeah? This year the commissioner decided to modify this course. We have 1 pin there and it's very strong left-hander there.
The event kicked off with high drama as teams took to the waters for official free practice ahead of the BRM qualifying. Team Abu Dhabi driver Thani Al Khamzi blew his boat over early in the session, followed by his former teammate Ahmed Al-Hamali of Victory Team. Al-Hamali suffered only light damages, which weren't serious enough to exclude him from the race. Thani Al Khamzi, on the other hand, pretty much totaled his boat, so he'd be racing the spare boat.
Nothing, the boat blew over and I crashed. Now we fixed this boat, now we go inside the water, inshallah. We try my best to get it.
In Q1, there were 19 drivers, with Eric Eden and Cedric Deguine of Maverick F1 unable to start. There was a tight fight for a place in Q2, and eventually young Team Abu Dhabi driver Rashid Al Khamzi edged out the experienced Portuguese veteran Duarte Benavente of F1 Atlantic Team. But it was a shock exit for another Team Abu Dhabi driver, Thani Al-Khamzi, finishing 15th in the team's reserve boat. Also unable to make it into Q2 were Maverick F1's Amaury Josson, Blaze Performance veteran Francesco Cantando, F1 Atlantic driver Grant Trask of Australia, Emirates Racing Team drivers Mike Shimura and Matthew Palfreyman. In Q2, the field was down to 12 boats vying for a place in the top 6 for Q3. There was drama from the get-go as Sami Celio rolled and crashed his boat. Q2 session was cutthroat, with just 1/100th of a second between Murat Stromoy and Sean Torrente in 5th and 6th place. It was a brave fight from Bartek Marszalek, but the Polish Blaze Performance driver missed out on a Q3 spot by just 5/100ths of a second behind Torrente. Al-Hamili, Carella, Stark and Shiap all made it through at the expense of the likes of Jonas Anderson. BRM qualifying Q3, 6 boats, each with 2 laps apiece and the course all to themselves, in which to set their fastest times in their bid for BRM pole position. First out was Sean Torrente, 43.28, very good, but will it be good enough?
Listen, no matter where I end up, I'm really happy with everything, the way it ran, and my lap was perfect. It's the best lap I've probably ever run here, so hopefully it's enough.
Emirates Racing Team's Murat Stromoy was next out, and the Norwegian ace was flying out there. 2 great runs. She thumps Torrente with an exquisite 42.89 lap. The former pole position winner takes provisional pole and sets a tough target for the remaining 4 drivers.
42.89 second lap.
Next out was Ahmed Al-Hamili. The Victory Team driver gave it all he had, but 43.53 was just not going to do it. Next out, Alex Carella, one of the most successful pole position performers of all time, with 14 pole position wins. He went out there all guns blazing, taking those turns tight, taking the fight to Stromoy.
I can't do anything more now, so I just hope to, I don't know how far we can get. If we're 4th, it's okay, but let's hope for a podium.
Can he do it? 43.02, not good enough. Stromoy holds on to provisional pole as her former teammate Eric Stark takes to the water. But the Harbin pole position winner doesn't find the speed he needs, settling for a 43.47 lap time. That leaves just one man standing, Philippe Chiappe. The French 3-time defending world champion takes to the water knowing he needs pole position to get his campaign back on track against Carella. He is fast, very fast. Murat Stromoy watches on nervously, awaiting the outcome. 42.83, he does it by just 6/100ths of a second. Philippe Chiappe has pole position going into the Grand Prix of Abu Dhabi.
We worked for this result. It's not easy because Murat is very, very fast. I'm happy.
Murat Stromoy starts the race in 2nd position. Carella takes 3rd, Torrente 4th, Stark 5th, Al-Hamili 6th. Great win for Chiappe, his 5th career pole position, and that's just what the Frenchman needed. Drivers are pumped, teams are ready for the Grand Prix of Abu Dhabi.
I don't know, let's see after the start what I can get from the start, and let's check out also the condition of the water. That will be big windy, so I have to be careful for sure, and let's take home the maximum point I can, and let's think that there is still a race for this championship.
We can do it for sure, and we make a good result yesterday, and now we are ready for win the race.
The penultimate race of the year, a maximum 40 points up for grabs here and in Sharjah as the countdown begins for the Grand Prix of Abu Dhabi. The starting grid sees Chiappe in pole with Murat Stromoy to his right, Alex Carella 3rd, Torrente in 4th, another title contender Stark in 5th, Al-Hamili 6th, Rashid Al-Khamzi 7th, Anderson 8th, Peter Marin up in 9th with Roms 10th, Thani Al-Khamzi starts back in 13th, Eric Eden and Matthew Palfreyman were unable to make the race start due to technical problems. Both Carella and Chiappe are going for a 4th world title, and Carella knows just how important this race is for his campaign. First light, second light, and they're off. The Grand Prix of Abu Dhabi is on. Shiap makes a great start, thundering down the starting straightaway to the commitment buoy. Bad start for Roms in 10th as he's left in Peter Morin's spray. Shiap keeps his nerve and gets to the commitment buoy ahead of Stromoy and Carella, who give chase to the Frenchman. Victory ace Jean Torrente right behind them in 4th as they round the first buoy and get into the circuit in hazy and slightly windy conditions on the start lap. The 3-time defending world champion Philippe Chiappe wants to win here to keep his hopes for a 4th consecutive world title alive. Huge crash on race buoy number 5. It's Cedric Deguine and Sami Celio. The Mad Croc Baba team is despondent. What a terrible weekend for Celio. His boat is totaled. Cedric Deguine's boat is also too damaged for him to continue.
I started at the backside because my trying yesterday was bad. And Jonas make a movement just behind me, so I just moved the boat on the right, and Sami Celio arrived at the right and take the boat, and
Look at the damage on Celio's boat. The hull in pieces and the cockpit is crushed. The windshield shattered. Here it is again on the replay from Mike Shimura's onboard camera. The two collide and there's spray everywhere. What a mess. So the race is on a yellow flag as drivers wait for the restart. There's the green flag. The race is back on in lap 5 of the 52-lap race. Chiappe is on his toes at the restart, while Carella makes a bold move on Moritz Stromoy in 2nd, but Stromoy finds the speed on the outside to hold off the Carella challenge. No changes up top as the field moves on through, reduced now to 16 boats. Further back, Daniel Kamzi tries to move up the field from 12th position. The Team Abu Dhabi driver at least trying to get in the top 10 to add points for the team and see if he can't get up higher in the succeeding laps as Team Abu Dhabi manager Guido Cappellini watches on. In the next lap, Jean Torrente in 4th place tries to make a move on his former teammate Carella, but the Italian ace holds off the challenge from the blue boat in an Abu Dhabi versus Victory Dubai dogfight. Carella, with his eyes on the course, focused and concentrated in what is the most important race of the season for him so far. Behind them, it's Eric Stark in 5th, CTIC F1 Shenzhen China driver Peter Morin up in 6th, then Jonas Anderson 7th, followed by Philip Roms in 8th, and Daniel Kamzi moving up into 9th. There's another boat out. It's the other Maverick F1 boat, Amaury Jassom, on lap 9. Maverick F1 team have no boats left in this race. With 19 points to close between him and Carella, Chiappe knows it's do or die here in Abu Dhabi if he's to keep his hopes alive in Sharjah. He is driving with a mission, in his best form all season since his win in the opening round in Portimao, Portugal. Moritz Stromoy is not letting Chiappe run away from her, the Norwegian putting up a great challenge so far, sandwiched between two 3-time world champions as she laps her own Emirates Racing teammate number 51 Mike Shimura of Germany. Mike Shimura's luck runs out on lap 18, unable to follow up on his 7th place finish in Liuzhou. On that same lap, Duarte Benavente of F1 Atlantic team is also out. There are no changes in the top 6. Chiappe still leading, chased by Stromoy, Carella in 3rd, then Torrente, Stark, and Peter Morin. 13-time Grand Prix winner Francesco Cantando of Blaze Performance Team is also out of the race, reducing the field to a dozen boats on lap 17. In 3rd place, Alex Carella is giving it all he's got to try and catch Moritz Stromoy. The Evian and Liuzhou Grand Prix winner knows a 2nd place finish would put in a very comfortable position going into the final race in Sharjah. Carella has to keep one eye behind him as Torrente keeps up the pressure on the Italian. Torrente famous for his comebacks and his aggressive style of driving. Despite finishing the last 3 years on the year-end podium and being in the running for the world title each of the last 3 seasons, Torrente has had a difficult 2017 with just one podium finish at Evian, and his chances for a year-end podium this year are all but gone. Jean Torrente's teammate Ahmed Al-Hamili, an Abu Dhabi native driving for the Dubai outfit, experiences trouble in the choppy circuit conditions as Torrente laps his fellow victory driver. A lackluster race so far for Al-Hamili, who got 2 fourth place and 1 third place finish in the last 3 Grand Prix. Despite a nearly 4-second gap behind the leader Chiap, Stromoy keeps up her pursuit of the Frenchman in second place while holding off the Carella Challenge behind her, as the former Grand Prix champion and the only female driver on the tour continues to put in an exceptional race for Emirates Racing Team with 32 laps down and 20 laps to go in the Grand Prix of Abu Dhabi. Philippe Chiap is looking very comfortable nevertheless. He's driving consistently, carefully, and with utmost concentration in his quest to be just the second driver, along with Guido Capellini, to win 4 consecutive F1H2O world titles. It's turning into a war of attrition as the 3 lead boats all push and prod to hold on to their precious positions while always looking for even the smallest opportunity to pass one another. The positions in the top 6 stay the same, with Torrente 4th, Stark 5th, and Peter Marin on target for a best ever result in 6th. Further back, there's a 3-way fight as Daniel Kamzi and Ahmed Al-Hamili try to overhaul Philip Roms on that long bottom straightaway, but Roms holds on to 8th position. Daniel Kamzi keeps up the pressure though as he comes up from behind with Philip Roms to his right. The Team Abu Dhabi driver finds the speed and enough clean water to overhaul Philip Roms, bumping the Mad Croc Baba racer down a spot, and that means more points for Team Abu Dhabi, the World Team Championship leaders. Just 15 laps left in the race, no change in the positions, although Murat Stromoy has cut the gap with Chiap down somewhat to under 3 seconds. Carella's still in hot pursuit in 3rd, Torrente 4th, then Stark in 5th. Eric Stark knows that a 5th place finish would not be enough for him if he's to keep his slim chances at a world title alive in 2017 after that incredible win in Harbin earlier in the year. Oh no, Peter Marin comes to a standstill with just 2 laps to go. Heartbreak for the Frenchman, who was on target for a best ever 6th place finish, and he drops back to 9th, but keeps going on in an effort to finish the race as he's lapped by his teammate Chiap. Philippe Chiap heading past the final turns to the finish. What a race it's been for the Frenchman from pole to finish. A well-deserved win for him and CTIC F1 Shenzhen China team as Philippe Chiap wins his 9th Grand Prix title at the 2017 Grand Prix of Abu Dhabi. Stromoy right behind him in runner-up spot. 20 crucial points for Chiap, but Carella comes in 3rd for 12 critical points, and that means the Italian takes a handy 11-point lead going into the last race.
I feel happy because we worked hard after China, and okay, the performance is come back, and I'm very happy for the team, and the job is done for today.
Chiap and his team celebrate another memorable and well-deserved win. Great result for Stromoy, who racks up 15 points as runner-up, 12 points worth their weight in gold for Carella. Torrente 4th, Stark now out of the title race with a 5th place finish. His Team Sweden teammate Anderson 6th. Daniel Kamzi finishes 7th after starting 13th. Great points for Team Abu Dhabi there. Roms 8th, Peter Marin still manages 9th. Grant Trask of Australia gets a point in 10th. Then Ahmed Al-Hamili and Rashid Al-Kamzi completing the list of 12 boats that finish the race.
Tough race, water conditions changed many times. I tried to overtake Marit, but she did a great job, and was too risky today to take a second position that was not making many difference for me. So we are leading then still more than 10 points. It will be difficult in Sarsia with Philippe, but I think we can make it.
Very good start from the pontoon. In the middle of the race it was a bit rough actually, so we had to back down a bit, but it was the same for everyone. In the end, I'm very happy with the result.
The condition is very hard with the wind and the wave. It's not easy to finish a race in good condition, and I make a safe race, I control, I manage, and I want to finish first. And okay, the job is done. Now we do prepare Sharjah because we have no choice. We do win Sharjah, and maybe we have little chance for the World Championship.
Carella's third-place finish sees him hold on to an 11-point lead atop the world standings going into Sharjah, which means a top 10 finish for the Italian would seal a fourth world title for him. Behind Chiappe, Stark out of the running for a world title, but in very good position for a year-end podium spot, 19 points up on Sami Celio in fourth. Ahmed Al-Hamili in fifth, and Thani Al-Kamzi sixth in the world standings going into the last round. In the world team standings, Team Abu Dhabi continues to dominate with 99 points. Team Sweden in second place on 66 points. CTIC F1 Shenzhen China third ahead of Victory fourth and Mad Croc Baba in fifth. That concludes a sensational Grand Prix of Abu Dhabi. See you in Sharjah, where the 2017 UIM F1H2O World Powerboat Championship will be decided.